Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
I'm doing really good.
Yeah, where are we right now?
We are up at the Locks' studio recording a Two Jews and Two Black Dudes episode.
Yeah.
Tell him what we watched, baby.
We watched The Last
forgot
Dragon.
The Last Dragon. He almost forgot. Holy shit.
How could you forget that?
The Last
The
Dragon.
Last Dragon.
Baby. You're going to fucking love it. Tune in right now.
Bruce Leroy.
Incredible.
Yo, Styles, what are you doing on Wednesday, October 3rd?
Smoking weed, gonna be in the Highline Ballroom.
Yo, what you doing there? I'm gonna come join you.
Yeah, come join me. It's a show called Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review the Movies.
Oh, that's nice.
Live.
That's dope.
Highline Ballroom.
You bringing
October
anybody?
3rd. Yeah.
You mind if I tag along?
Let's go.
Come on in, brother.
No doubt. Don't miss it. I'll be there.
So everybody is Two Jews, Two Black Dudes.
Highline Ballroom, October 3rd.
Special guests. Don't miss it. We're gonna watch a movie live. You'll be there watching it with us. You'll be able to kick it with us, give feedback. Watch Crazy Chic Luch, watch fucking psychopath, fucking serial killer Jeff. And Eric and myself. And this, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be fucking lit.
Yep.
That was really good. That was
Yeah,
good.
Jadakiss, if people want to go get their tickets, where can they go?
That was good. That was really good.
ItsTheReal.com.
And now we're back in the apartment. Jeff, October 3rd, Highline Ballroom, Two Jews and Two Black Dudes review the movies. Me, you, Styles, Chic, Jadakiss, special guests. We're not announcing the movie just yet, but we did want to give you a little incentive to get your tickets now before they sell out.
Yes, so we have our book, Rhyme Book,
Right? A lined notebook.
which is currently the #1 book on Amazon. New release in
okay.
blank sheet music.
I was like, #1 in all of Amazon?
Yeah, it's like I had to keep qualifying it. It's like #1,
Right?
new release,
Right.
blank sheet music.
Fine. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We are #1.
Killing it.
That's right.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
We were given 10 copies of this book to give away.
Right.
The first 10 people to buy 2 tickets to our show
Right now.
right now and send those receipts to jeff@itsthereal.com,
Okay.
we will send you a signed copy of Rhyme Book.
So not just a copy of Rhyme Book,
A signed copy.
a signed copy. So you'll sign it,
I will sign it.
and I'll sign it.
Yep.
And maybe we'll get one of our doormen to sign it,
That is actually a great idea.
or our super.
Which doorman would you have sign it?
I'm Rico, I think, the overnight one who sleeps. Mm-hmm. So if people want to come to our apartment and sneak in, you can easily get by the doorman at night because he's fast asleep, just like the rest of us in this building.
But yeah, it might not be Rico, it might be Manny.
I just don't want to give them
It might
any
be Angel.
I don't want to give them any inclination of what it's for. I just want to be like, hey, can you just
Sign this.
put your autograph right there, please?
It could be Leo. Leo's always on the phone.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys, the first 10 people to send us the receipt
Yeah.
of your 2 tickets
Mm-hmm.
to our show at Highline Ballroom, which you can get, by the way, by going to ItsTheReal.com. If you do that right now,
Right now.
the first 10 people,
Yeah.
we will send you autographed copies of Rhyme Book to your door.
You know, people always say, Jeff and Eric,
Yeah.
how are you guys so good at marketing?
And what do we say, Jeff?
Buy 2 tickets to our show.
ItsTheReal.com is where you can go to get your tickets to our show with the Locks. By the way, all 3 members of the Locks are coming.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah, Jadakiss will be there.
He talks about it.
Yeah.
You heard him in the intro.
Yeah.
Styles, Chic, Jadakiss, more. And Jeff and myself, the great marketers.
Who cares about us?
Go to
The Locks will
ItsTheReal.com
be there.
and get your tickets right now. You're going to watch a movie live with us. It's going to be a fantastic night. Wednesday, October 3rd, Highline Ballroom. Jeff, who's on the podcast today?
Wait, before that, if we get 3 black dudes, do
Yeah.
we have to then up our end to 3 Jews?
Jeff, are we telling everyone all of our plans?
Yes. We should actually bring 6 Jews.
Why did you bring that up?
And then we'll play them in dodgeball.
Right. Ari Lennox is on the podcast today.
But Eric, that's another surprise.
We're telling you guys everything. Ari Lennox, Dreamville's own, is on the podcast today.
Wow. So Ari Lennox, who a lot of people thought that she might have retired because she said that she had retired.
Right.
Turns
did
out
not.
she did not, and she talks about it here on the podcast for the first time. But there's so much more to Ari Lennox than just the news of last month. You know, she is somebody who went through 5 high schools in 4 years
Right.
outside of Washington, D.C. in Chevy Chase, Maryland. She is somebody who would cut class to go to the museum. She is somebody who thought that she would be discovered by Beyonce by, Beyonce looking at her YouTube.
And even when she thought she was going to get on, she went out to California, and it turns out that she was just out there to write for Rihanna. And, there's a lot of ups and downs in this business. There's a lot of ups and downs as a human being on this earth. And Ari Lennox has gone through a lot. She has crisscrossed this country. She's taken a lot of jobs that she didn't want to do. She's put in a lot of work at schools that she didn't want to do. But she's finally doing what she wants to do now. And we really enjoyed our time with her and hearing her entire journey. So shout out to Ari Lennox. Shout out to the whole Dreamville. Shout out to everyone who is going to go down to Dreamville Fest, which was canceled because of Hurricane Florence.
But it's
And
being rescheduled.
They're rescheduling it.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that we all know about Dreamville, it's that they do things A1. So looking forward to the next iteration of that. And again,
Wait, what if people buy 2 tickets
Yes.
to Dreamville?
we will send them a piece of paper
Yeah.
with our doormen's autographs on it.
Yeah.
Jeff, before we get into this podcast, do you want to recommend 3 podcasts for those people who are listening right now to listen
I do.
to?
I would say number 186 with LMA.
Shout out to LMA, who also took her talents to video and put her stuff out there on Instagram and was discovered by DJ Mustard, and they had an amazing working relationship, and it's super paying off right now. We love that episode. We talked a lot about Queens. We talked a lot about London. We talked a lot about Los Angeles. What a great person, LMA. We couldn't be happier for anyone else's success.
I also want to say number 169, Ib Hamad. But before I even say that, I also want to say our episode with Boss,
Yeah.
which is episode number 43.
All right. Shout out to the Hamad brothers. Again, we're playing like Dreamville Bingo with them. Ib's episode is amazing because you get a lot of perspective on J.Cole. Boss's episode is amazing because he is someone who didn't even intend to rap, and now he is killing it, putting out projects that are changing the landscape of the genre that we all love. Shout out to both those brothers, and shout out again to all of Dreamville.
And I would also say number 66, Ty Dolla $ign.
Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign, who came up here and was a lot of fun, but stands out for another reason.
Yes, he went to the bathroom in the middle of the episode, but asked not if he could use the restroom. He said, "Can I use the piss cup?" And
Which-
we were like, "Oh, well, that is somebody who has used a lot of drugs."
There you go. Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. Very fun episode. Jeff, when do you want to get into this one?
Right after, people go on iTunes and leave a rating, leave a review.
Yep.
Don't just leave a rating. If
Yeah.
you're going to leave a rating, then leave a review.
Okay, do both.
Yeah. And you can write anything you want.
Anything that people want?
Anything you want. Talk about how you like that people don't bang the table.
Yeah, that is good.
Talk about how you don't hear the construction as much anymore.
Or if you want to keep this streak alive, we have been particularly pleased by all of you who have been leaving comments saying, I like the tall one and the curly one.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. We enjoy refreshing the page and seeing that. Jeff, when do you want to get into this episode?
Right now.
Yo, what up? It's Eric, a.k.a. The Toll Booth, a.k.a. Breaking and Entering.
Yo, what up? It's Jeff, a.k.a. Senior Scam You, a.k.a. Nike Tech.
Hey, I'm Ari. Hey.
Yeah, this is a waste of time with ItsTheReal.
Oh, shoot.
Ari, what's happening?
Nothing much. Nothing much is happening. Y'all lit.
Welcome to the Upper West Side.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I feel like we're playing sort of Dreamville Bingo.
Really?
You know, because we've had so many people. Ib has been on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
We've known Cole for a decade.
Oh.
Boss has been on the podcast. JID has been on the podcast. I feel like now you're on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just missing like Kaz, Earth Gang.
Yep.
Anybody else?
Loot.
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
Loot,
yeah.
Omen.
Yeah, if we want to
Yeah.
get into the
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah.
and the bus drivers.
Yeah.
Can we get them on too?
Yeah.
Who else don't we know is part of Dreamville?
Oh shoot.
Who are your people?
My people, Paris, Justin.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Well,
those are
we
my
met
people.
Justin. He could be on the
Yeah.
podcast if he wants to walk back in. But yeah.
Yeah, those are my people. Oh, and my DJ Kamari and Jason.
Don't forget your DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they will fuck you up.
Right, they will. He literally would.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Like, oh, I don't have that record.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want him to turn off this podcast like a minute and a half in, do you?
Oh, right. Exactly. He would.
Shout out to him.
Yes.
Let's start at the very beginning. Where are you originally from?
Well, I'm from DC.
Where
Wow.
in DC?
Uptown.
Where
area,
uptown?
Friendship Heights
Hey,
area.
yeah.
Mhm. Chevy Chase.
Yeah, all right.
Shady
Now we're
Grove,
talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the red line.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, the Metro.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got some cousins down there.
Really?
Yeah, our
Yeah.
parents are actually originally
you're
from.
from
Who's your
Chevy Chase.
cousins?
You know some Jews.
Oh wait, I might know.
No, well, first of all, our parents are from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah,
Down the
our,
street.
Our aunt lives in Chevy Chase.
Wow, Aunt.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Aunt Marge. Shout out to Aunt Marge. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Aunt Marge.
I know. Aunt Marge, the regular listener.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, and
No.
our cousins are
Oh.
our cousins are from Northwest DC, so we spent a lot of
Okay.
time down there. So we know
Yes.
Einstein Bagels, and
Okay,
we know,
yep.
yeah, we
Yeah,
know
the Penguins.
yeah,
under
the Penguins
the,
at the Silver Springs Metro stop.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we know.
Yeah, the zoo and
yeah,
everything.
the
The
zoo.
zoo. I love the zoo.
Our grandma used to live down there. Yeah. So, what was
Oh.
growing up in Chevy Chase, Maryland, like for you?
So that's where it gets tricky. All right, now we gotta go deep into the darkness. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the
Yeah,
truth. I
yeah.
was born in DC,
Yeah,
but
DC proper.
I spent the first 3 years of my life in Fort Washington, Maryland. Then I lived in Northern Virginia, but there was some wild, like, racist, like, experiences that I had. So I don't like talking about Northern Virginia.
Wow.
But towards middle school, I went to DC and I lived in Eastern Market. But all of high school, I was in Friendship Heights. So I was just gonna skip that whole part.
No, but you
But
are the definition
This
of
is
DMV.
the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, you did all
yeah.
three.
Yeah.
DMV bingo.
Yeah, really. And
So
then-
big family.
really big, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how big is really
Bunch
big?
of
So
siblings.
all of us total 7.
7.
So,
where
yep.
are you?
I have 2 little brothers, 2 older brothers, and 2 older sisters.
Wow.
And my sister just got married yesterday, and I sung at her wedding.
Congratulations. What'd you sing?
I sung Jesse Powell, You.
Okay. What's your sister's name?
Her name is Gemini. She's a rapper.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Shout
Gemini
out to
Salter.
Gemini.
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
she an Aries?
She is a Gemini. She acts like an Aries, though. I guess Aries, Gemini act the same.
Well, hold
I have
up.
no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you way into astrology?
Yeah, unfortunately.
What are you?
Well, I'm an Aries.
Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
you look
if you
at the
read
charts.
the definition, I am literally like that. I'm
Okay.
So what
impulsive, I'm crazy.
So, like, Aries are ready for war.
ready always. But I try to suppress it.
Yeah, you
but
don't seem
only
like
when,
you are.
Only when people check me. If I feel attacked, then the scariness comes
But the
out.
problem is that you always feel attacked.
A little bit.
Okay, just based off our
Yeah.
conversation for the previous half hour and now like into the podcast, can you guess what we are? Do we like emanate anything?
Dang. Virgo vibes?
Oh, so we're not the
No,
same.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I know.
You just-
I know, but I feel there might be a Virgo. There
So,
might be.
Virgo's in the middle of us.
Oh, what? There's a how?
Because we're not twins.
Oh,
I
you're-
do have a twin brother.
Well,
yeah, from him.
I know y'all aren't twins.
Right,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
right.
I'm sensing.
You're
Virgo,
sensing Virgo.
from.
So
one
we're the
of
same as
y'all.
like
But you're in the middle.
Ludacris and like
Nas.
Nas, right?
Yeah.
So-
Remember they
Dougie
had a
Fresh.
song? Yeah.
Maybe there's one of y'all are a Taurus.
No.
Nope.
Oh no. Yeah.
Damn.
No.
Okay, so I don't know.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, I like Sagittarius. Yeah, I do like.
Oh, good. Good.
Well,
I'm a
Right.
Leo,
Oh,
but
you're a Leo.
you hate Leos.
Yeah. Wait.
How'd you know? Yeah, Leo's been trying me all year.
Really?
Leo men have been trying me
all year.
all year.
Name them.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't.
No, so when these dudes get into
It
your
would be too
your
much tea.
your atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
you can sense it. Are you just like, no, there's a vibe, and you must be a Leo?
Yeah, lately it's been like no. I can never guess it.
Do you get into like the rising and the whatever the other one is too?
No, but I do. It kind of makes sense. Like I think I think my rising is like Leo, so it's like I'm fire. I think.
Wow,
You're so
Yeah.
fire.
that's
Thank you.
Wait, so is JID a Leo?
I don't know. Shoot, I don't know.
Has he been trying you?
He has not been trying me. Actually, he did try me.
Oh, okay.
First of all,
Yep.
the first time we flew overseas, this man was making all kinds of plane crash jokes, and I was terrified.
I know. What's funny about that?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I love him so much, but I think he was scared too.
Yeah.
And like we were all just getting wasted because
Yeah.
it was our first like flight overseas. But I was so angry at him. But like
Such a
in
Capricorn.
in hindsight, like it was beautiful.
Yeah, the plane
it
didn't
was
crash.
Great. It
You
did.
did all right.
And so yeah, I'm not mad at him anymore because I survived.
Did you bring your own booze on board, or was this something where you order them?
So it's like I'll do in the past I've done like bar before.
Oh.
Like we were at the bar before, all of us
Yeah.
were at the bar. Earth Gang, Jib.
Yeah.
And sometimes like on our way back I bought like a huge bottle of Jack Daniels and I just half of that joint was gone.
Yo, at the duty free shop, like the gift store.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, this is a gift to myself.
Right, it was. But by the time I land, headache is crazy.
Oh god.
But I'm trying to chill with like drinking.
Well, does that knock you out? Like, what's the point here? You just want to like.
It just calms me, but I wonder if it really does. Like me and my friend Paris, we were talking. Like it might actually heighten my anxiety because one time we got super drunk and I didn't know. Well, I got super drunk. I didn't know. I didn't know we were gonna get on a smaller plane, and I saw that thing. She was like, "Oh, we about to get on a jet." I was like, "Nah, no, we're not." And we got on there. I said, "Nah." I could see the pilot, so I was
No.
like, "Hell no."
No, but
You can
fancy.
beat the pilot.
I
Yeah.
know. Nah. 'Cause no.
So you were one of 7 siblings.
Yeah.
What's the age difference between like the oldest and the
Dang.
youngest?
Oh,
Like, is it a
shit.
lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So so let's see. I'm 27. So my brother was still alive. He'd be 37, and my sister, she's like 34, and I have a brother. He's like 33, and then I have 2 little brothers. They're like 21 and 22.
Okay.
And then I have my sister Brittany. She is 28, but she's turning 29 in November.
All right.
That's a lot to remember.
It is,
Yeah.
and I feel like I messed up some ages, but
It's fine. Like,
maybe
we
they
won't. Yeah.
You guys won't tell.
No.
Well, no. If anybody wants to comment,
Yeah.
and list the correct ages.
Aunt Marge.
Oh, right, and Mark.
I'm not on Facebook anymore. I didn't go all the way and deactivate my account. I just don't use it anymore.
Same.
But the only good part of Facebook was like finding out when people's
Family.
birthdays.
Oh, birthdays.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I would
right.
know. It was like, oh yeah. But now I got to remember or rely on my brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, to be
right.
like, hey.
And
it's-
who's gonna send you invites to Farmville?
Yeah.
Farmville? What's Farmville?
That was a game on Facebook.
Oh shit! I never played that.
No,
Neither
same.
did we. But
Okay.
you want to know what? Life is short. Let's do it after this
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
All right. I hope it's fun.
All right. So Chevy Chase, growing up there, did you enjoy growing up there?
Well, so the time I was there,
Yes.
Yeah.
it was beautiful. It was green, lots of walking because we lived deep in Chevy Chase, and there was a bus to get to Friendship Heights, but it was just annoying to wait for it. So I found myself like walking a lot, walking by St. John's high school or private school, whatever that one was. And it's just beautiful and peaceful.
Did you go to public school?
Yeah. Oh, I
Okay.
went to so many. I went to I went to 5 different high schools. I went to School Without Walls. I don't know how the hell I got into that school.
That's the name of it.
Yeah,
It's
but-
not like, an actual just
Oh, it definitely
outdoors.
has walls. It has walls. But Coolidge High School. I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts. I went to Wilson. I went to Roosevelt.
Oh, our cousin went to Wilson for 1 year, right?
Really?
Yeah, because he got kicked out of a school as well. So.
What year was he?
He's
I-
older than you. He's
Yeah.
older, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's,
okay.
he's 32,
34.
33.
Okay.
34.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you went to 5 high schools?
There's only 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I didn't like school, so I kept leaving.
Oh,
I just kept
it was your
leaving.
choice.
Yeah, it was my choice.
Okay.
Did your
I'm
parents know
crazy.
that you were leaving?
Yes, and they were upset and sad every time. But I didn't like school. And at first, I blamed the schools. Like, maybe these schools are terrible. But I realized I just didn't like school.
Yeah, schools are Leos.
Yeah.
They were literally testing you.
They were. Yeah.
Did you find anything good in school? Were you there for like the social interactions? Were you there for the
Well,
extracurriculars?
the social aspect is what hit me the hardest because I always felt like an outcast.
How so?
And then, I set myself up. I dressed terribly, and I guess
like on purpose?
Not on purpose, but I just thought I was just so fashionable, but it was a hot mess. Like one time,
We're not going to see this on Throwback Thursdays?
I pray no one has a picture, but one time I came to school with 3 sunglasses on my head, 3 belts, and like some heels that had like every color of the sunglasses, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, but who else is doing that, right?
No
Yeah.
one, and
Yeah.
it was so sad, and so I set myself up for a lot of teasing.
But like, were people like, yo, like that girl just loves accessories?
Probably behind my back.
Damn.
But I heard things, but yeah, I don't know. It took me a while to realize less is more.
Yeah.
So
Did people like your personality though? Like,
they did at one point, but it was too late because like I'd started skipping school. But like by the end of like 11th grade year, people started like, oh, she's cool, she's actually funny. But at first it was like, oh, let's make fun. But yeah, it was funny how I started, getting more popular, I guess. But
Yeah.
then I was like, fuck all this shit though.
So when
when you were dressing crazy though, like, no offense, when you were dressing like
differently.
Yeah,
different,
sorry, yeah,
terribly.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Uniquely,
terribly.
yeah.
Uniquely.
yeah, no, when you were dressing crazy,
Yeah.
were
Pushing limits.
like, why were you? Was it to get attention? Was it
Hell
to?
no! I just thought I was fly, and I was so wrong. I was wrong.
Where'd you get your style cues from? Or were you like, yo, I'm going to do it opposite?
Nobody, and that was the issue.
You had
I
so many
guess.
older sisters.
I wasn't right. I wasn't. Well, yeah. I
Where was
wasn't paying
Gemini at?
attention to-
Like-
right, Gemini. She was in upstate New York, living her life, like getting into trouble,
All
getting
right.
into fun.
All right.
So I only had myself, my own brain. I wasn't paying attention to everyone else, but I guess I should have, quote unquote. But
Did your parents, okay, in high school, like my way of like being, I grew my hair out, right? Like your length, right? Like, yeah.
That's
no,
nice.
No, shaved
No,
underneath. No, it was.
that's okay.
No, it looked bad.
No,
looked-
it didn't.
Oh, yeah. No,
It's shaved underneath how?
like it was grown all on top, straightened.
Okay.
Shaved underneath, like on some punk shit.
That
like,
looks cool.
No.
I like that.
No, but my parents were just like, we're not going to say anything. He's going to grow out of that phase.
Oh.
Is that how your parents like reacted with you?
No. I don't think
told you?
they don't. No. I don't think they were really like. I don't think they saw that day I went to school looking a hot mess, honestly. But
So when you
yeah.
started skipping school, though, this is before you got your driver's license?
Oh man, I didn't get my driver's license till mid-20s because it always had been held. I had my provisionals, so I was able to drive, but I kept losing it because I was always speeding and getting points, and then I
you
had to
didn't
start
lose
all
it, it was
over
taken
again.
away.
Yes, right. Okay, yeah, that's the reality.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, okay, way before you got your driver's license,
Yeah.
you were skipping school. Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I went to the museums.
How'd
the
you get
natural
there?
history. I would take the train.
Wait, this is sort of like
No.
a very wholesome. like
A wholesome skip.
I love
Yeah.
it, but like
Yeah.
you wake up at 6 something, 7 something in the morning to quote unquote go to school.
Right.
You got
Right.
your backpack.
But when people tried me or when I was bored, I was like, I'm out of here, and I would just leave.
But I just want to get this straight. You go to school
Yeah.
and then you just
Sometimes.
and then you just
Sometimes not at all.
walk right out.
Yep. Sometimes I go to the museum, or sometimes I would go to the movies. My best friend Brianna, we would go to the movies and we would just movie hop.
Love
and
it.
I remember
Love it.
seeing El Orfante, which was one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. It was dope.
What? I don't know it.
So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know what El Orfante means. I think it means the orphanage, but it's not the orphan. It's the orphanage. That shit was scary. But yeah, I love thrillers.
Movie
Yeah.
hop though.
Yep.
One theater to the next. You ever get caught?
No, never.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
so wholesome.
I know.
Thanks.
When you went to the museum. There's a lot of museums down there. Would you just pick them and?
So maybe this wasn't that wholesome. It was just a natural history museum.
Okay.
It wasn't like I guess really deep museums.
Listen, no museum is better than like another. It's like,
Yeah,
did you go to the museum?
Yeah.
Right,
You're like, no. We're like,
museum.
well, we're judging.
Yeah, this podcast is over.
I know.
Right?
yeah.
No.
Then at the end of the day, and
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the school day, so 2:45, 3 o'clock, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go out? Would you go home? Would you
What did I do? What did I do? Probably ate some good old fashioned yums. Probably some carry out food, like some fried chicken and rice and mumbo sauce.
All right, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
So
real
decent.
DC,
Yeah.
real.
So you were interested in learning, just not at
No.
school.
Yes, right. I was interested in learning life. Yeah.
Do you think you were
Outside-
always like just running on your own speed?
Yep. Yeah, always. Always just kind of always to myself and always kind of just not in school or not mentally in school, even when I had to be.
What about Brittany?
Brittany,
Mm-hmm.
she was good at that. She was good at staying in class and she was like socially cool. Like, yeah.
So you were there just to like fuck her life up.
No, I wasn't. Like, we actually never really were in the same school together. And outside of like elementary school, so yeah.
But for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
spell, you went to an arts high school.
Yeah, for
how-
2 years.
Oh,
That was the longest one.
there you go.
I guess because of the arts aspect.
Yeah. So, did you have any idea of what specialty you wanted to take advantage of there?
Oh, definitely vocal. I was in the vocal technique.
And did you
Classes
audition
or department.
to get in?
Yes.
Do you remember what you sang?
Oh my God. It might have been His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Wow. Wow.
I think I did. That was like my go-to song all
Yeah.
the time.
Sing it right now.
Oh God, why?
Oh, that was great.
should
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel discouraged?
So you get in,
Yeah.
and are you like, well, I'm going to be a vocalist in some form or fashion? Mm-hmm. Did you know which kind?
Yeah, I knew I always wanted to do R&B and soul.
Okay.
Like when I was little, like I was in like 4th grade writing songs. Like I had this joint called My Turn, and it kind of goes My Turn, da 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 da. It was real like 2000s and
Oh, yeah.
like
Blue
cheesy.
Cantrell.
Right. Well, no, not blue. It was more like, how can I explain this? Like old pop group ish. Like
Oh.
like it was the songs.
Yeah,
I
it
was
sounded like
writing.
Destiny's Child, the thing you just
Yeah.
sang.
Oh damn, but not Destiny's Child. A little bit more.
Oh, 3LW.
A little bit more, but maybe a little. Yeah, probably more
Yeah,
3L
yeah.
Dub.
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
say En Vogue.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
no, it wasn't because it wasn't.
It wasn't,
that
like, brassy.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, because no, and no diss the 3LW. It's
Yeah.
not like that. It was just real like playful tunes. So I wouldn't even say 3LW. It was like kids pop.
By the way, you're a
Kids
4th
bop.
grader. We're not like judging. Like,
right. It was.
if a
just
4th grader
terrible.
likes or doesn't like En Vogue versus
Right.
3LW,
Yeah,
it's
wait,
all right.
You didn't make it a
Right.
timeless classic as a 4th grader?
Exactly. I was talking about it being my turn to use a certain game at the arcade. It was ridiculous.
I
It's
like
a
that though.
terrible
That's
Yeah.
song.
yeah.
Oh, I should finish it.
Sing what you know. You know.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should do that today. So
I mean, you did shoot your video at an arcade.
I did the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Was that because of that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Was it your
no.
idea?
It was not. I think it might have been a suggestion.
wow, something was in the air.
Yeah, but I was for it because I love the arcade.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, it was your turn.
But you know, like
It's mine.
I just have this idea of arts centered schools where it's like you have to learn the classical stuff first.
Oh yes, that's
so,
true.
Did you ever think like, well, I like the operatic stuff?
Or
Oh,
the
that
jazz stuff, yeah.
Yo. This is making me realize how much I do appreciate Duke Ellington because it didn't really end well, but at the same time, I would have never grown. I mean, because I love Disney, so I did appreciate some type of classical aspects because that's some real classical shit. Like Pocahontas is everything to me.
Yeah.
But when I got to Duke, I learned a lot about classical technique, opera, Pavarotti, so many dope songs that I love now, like O Mio Babino Caro and Ave Maria, and just mad songs that I learned that I fuck with. And I feel like I do have somewhat of a classical voice. I can turn it on.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, shout out to them for that, because, yeah, I would have never developed that, I think.
Do they
without
teach
them.
you how to take care of your voice at that age?
Yeah, they did. So the vocal technique classes did. They taught me how to breathe from my diaphragm. And
where do you sing from?
my diaphragm.
You do, okay.
Yeah, so like instead of breathing from your shoulders, like that's like halfway inhaling or whatever. You gotta breathe from your stomach, the bottom of your stomach, your diaphragm.
And then you
so
realize
you're not like an abused like tenor or whatever, like, you know, and when you have like when someone teaches you the wrong way to sing and then you're called like an abused soprano or
Oh
like,
wow!
Yeah.
No, I never heard that.
yeah. Well, I'm
Jeff's diagnosing
I'm like
you.
Yeah, I'm
You're
a
an
real
abused
singer.
tenor.
Well, I would say I'm a mistreated tenor.
Yeah.
I was born a mistreated tenor.
I'm sorry, man. I mean, maybe there's some abuse in there. I mean, but I don't know.
Do you have a vocal teacher now?
I work with an amazing woman named Teapot, and I'm also working with an amazing woman named Rachel.
Teapot,
Teapot.
She's short and stout. Yeah.
She is kind of short and stout.
All right.
She's
Or
amazing.
does she just blow?
But I think it's really more so like vocally, her voice is just so warm and beautiful and rich, and she's phenomenal.
How did you meet her?
Through my friend Dave James, amazing producer who's responsible for my first EP, Ariography. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Is she local or?
she is in DC.
'Cause-
DC chilling.
Remember when Drake had a vocal coach, and I think
He did?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
oh yeah,
fire.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got- you didn't notice
Wow.
like he stepped up like in terms of like how he
Yeah,
sang, and
I
definitely.
actually-
And she comes on
Yeah.
tour with him.
yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, when I get rich, I want Teapot to come on tour with me.
That'd be dope.
Because she's everything.
Is she gonna lick her up before she takes the flight?
Actually, she's afraid of flying too.
Really?
So she might.
Well,
or maybe we could try together and not.
Are
drink.
you afraid of flying, or is it afraid of going over the Atlantic Ocean?
It's really just not being able to accept death, I think.
No, but that's real
Because
though.
I don't even think it's flying. Like it's because I like it. I do like it a lot. Like once I'm up there, takeoff is just nerve wracking for me. But once I'm up there, it's cool. Turbulence I don't really care for. But I'm realizing now that, I mean, when you're driving, it's not smooth. It's like bumpy when you're driving. Like that's just life. Like
Okay.
you know.
So as we
it's
were
not
telling you,
really
we
the
went on
fear.
vacation, right? We went to all these national parks down in Utah and Arizona, and some of these things, like the Grand Canyon, are 8,000 feet up, right? Now, my brothers are fine walking in these like pathways that lead you down into the thing. Me,
Which are like, by the way, 3 to 4 feet wide. They're like sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
me, am not comfortable with that.
I feel you.
Right? I was really like, well, what happens? I don't know if
Caved
I
in.
go over and then that's it. I'm like, this is where I end like this book. No. And so then Jeff and I were having a very heated conversation along the rim of the Grand Canyon.
Well, because I was like, I was
no.
like, you know how to walk. I was like, you don't fall over when you're walking.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
And you didn't fall.
No,
I
Eric
didn't go
do
down.
it.
So, you didn't do it.
I did
That's
some
okay.
other things.
That's okay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
There's
I do
been-
not think that you're an Aries, by the way.
Thank you, my
Really?
Aries sister.
Yeah.
Why?
You are so like comforting and nice and not ready for war.
Well, sometimes, but
Maybe we're going to war together. You know what I'm saying?
well, y'all are sweet. So maybe
But-
that's why.
Because I'm comfortable in a plane, and I think part of that's like, well, I got walls next to me. You know, I'm in a capsule.
Wow. So you don't get claustrophobic. Walls, you feel safe and comfortable in.
Sometimes I think
Okay.
I could be claustrophobic in a certain situation.
Okay.
When we did those slot canyons, which are like hallways, in like Grand Staircase Escalante, for
Right.
instance, I was cool with that. I could see literally the end of the tunnel.
But also, like, you can see up.
Yeah, this is true.
You're not like in an
Wow.
enclosed
I
space.
wasn't in a
Wow.
coffin, right?
Right.
Coffin.
But and have you done like
No
the
way.
tour buses? No, where you're
Oh,
sleeping
yeah, I
in
don't do that.
what they call the coffin.
I got used to it. I don't like it though.
Right.
I'm trifling. I like to just kind of sleep in the open areas, on the couches.
Right.
That's my
Where people
thing.
eat.
Yes, right. Just annoying everybody, knowing good and well this is where everyone socializes. I just rather sleep out there. It's
Yeah.
just so it does feel like a coffin, those little beds.
Yeah, but I guess people get used to it or something.
Yeah.
So when you're in high school and you're going to an arts-centered program, there's got to be, and you're doing vocals. Everyone's got to do something else.
Yeah.
Were you friends with people who were doing like jazz band, or people who were doing pottery?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. There was the art department, and I actually dated a guy who's in visual arts, and he was like my first heartbreak. So that's really, I think, why I kind of officially started skipping school, like, because I just didn't.
Oh, you didn't want to see him every day?
Him. Yeah, because he had moved on with this beautiful chocolate thing. She was so beautiful.
At the same school?
Yeah, and I was like, damn, they're so beautiful and chocolatey, and I feel so sad. And so, yeah. So I definitely, there's other departments I was cool with other people. And there's tech, backstage crew. Like, we had people in that department. And then there was literary department.
Man,
there's all these.
it's like an agency.
Yeah, it was a lot of departments. Yeah, it was cool.
What happened to your ex-boyfriend?
We're actually cool. Like, we like talk maybe like once a year, maybe once every 3 years or something, like on Instagram.
That's mature.
Yeah, we're cool now.
You're not an Aries.
Yeah, well, because I don't want him now, so I don't. It's cool. Like I don't.
Did you go through the phase of like, keying his car? Or,
Oh no,
Like
no.
burning his house down?
Yeah.
No, the closest to being crazy I ever did was
Put a spell on him or something?
No. I kind of followed him home, but he was there. We were together. I rode the train with him to his house, and that was it.
See, like Jasmine Sullivan feels like an Aries.
Right.
Like
She might
breaking
be.
somebody's windows.
She
I don't
might
feel like
be.
you would.
But I've done other wild things, but not towards my lover. It's usually towards family. That, yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of family.
You do.
That's why.
Right,
Yeah.
it gets sibling things have gotten a little wild. And then unfortunately, one time I was driving, some guy cut me off, and I threw some perfume out the window at his car. But I didn't damage his car.
Yeah, you have to light it on fire.
I forgot that part. I didn't have a lighter on hand.
See, this is why we need to talk more. I need to be your bad impulses.
That would be
He
great.
cut you off and you just stepped on the gas?
I didn't step on the. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Actually,
I've been waiting all this time to get my driver's license for this very moment.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, he didn't, and I just had to. Yeah.
Anyway, he's dead now.
No. He's alive. He's alive. I promise.
So by the end of high school, 4 or 5 different high schools, did you graduate?
Yeah, I graduated
From
Roosevelt.
Okay. And
I don't know how.
Was it a
they
big class?
gave
Was it a
me
big graduation class?
My diploma. It was huge. They let everybody graduate. They sure did.
No, but
Roosevelt let everybody.
you know when you cross the stage though, did you do the actual like walking across the stage?
I did.
You
Yeah.
know, take with the
across
left
the
and
stage.
shake with the right, right?
Yeah.
But did they do it in alphabetical order?
Oh, it was a ratchet mess. I don't know. There was no alphabetical order.
It's a ratchet mess. Whoever wanted to
It
go.
was right. Whoever wants to come up, mom, dad, nah. But
Everybody graduated.
Everybody graduated.
Let's go.
At Roosevelt,
Yeah, it's like a car wash.
Yeah, damn. That's
it
probably
going.
bad. I don't know about
No, but like I feel like if you're going to your 5th school in 4 years, you probably don't know a lot of the people in your graduating class.
Right,
And it's
so-
a big class to begin with.
And I got suspended towards the end of the year for like saying something smart to my art teacher or something. I said something smart, got suspended. And
Smart ass.
honestly, I don't
Yeah,
remember. And it
like
was
not
perfume
yeah.
and then lit her on fire.
Not
No,
like
no,
not
no.
like this is based on.
No, and I forgot what I said, but it wasn't.
Picasso's.
I think I might have cursed her out. Like, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I know I didn't say anything too bad. I didn't call her out her name.
yeah.
But I got suspended, and I didn't get to go to prom. But it was no big deal because I didn't know anybody.
Damn.
Like, I only spent that last
So
Wait, what'd you do
quarter
on
there.
prom night?
What'd I do on prom night? Nothing. I was
took the
in
train
house.
and followed her prom day.
No. I just stayed in the house and probably just ate some potato bread. It was weird.
Did you take a senior photo? Are you
I
in your
did not do any of that stuff.
not in the yearbook?
I'm not in that yearbook.
You had a very, very different high school experience than most
I
people.
did.
So-
it wasn't High School Musical.
You're not going
Anyway.
to your high school reunion.
Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't even know which school to go to.
Yeah,
or
right.
that.
You should do the
Like,
circuit.
oh,
No, now that you're popping, you want to go to everyone.
Every single one.
Yeah,
like-
get a booking fee.
Yeah.
That's
Kidding?
deep.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You should go there with JID. You should
Okay.
go there. Bring the whole
With-
Dreamville
with
team.
J.Cole
Yeah, all
and-
of them.
And Ib, okay.
Yeah, in a bus.
In a bus, a tour bus.
That'd be amazing.
Alright.
You were not always Ari Lennox.
Never always. Yeah.
Yo, if you had a high school yearbook quote, it should have been that. Never always.
Yeah. So,
Damn.
how did you choose to be Ari Lennox?
So I like this movie called The Secret Garden, and the girl's name was Mary Lennox. She was a little feisty, spicy girl, and I just remixed her name. I just loved how she was always like spicy and helpful, and I was just like, I'm gonna be Ari Lennox.
Wow.
And where did the Ari come from?
Ari, probably just looking up a whole bunch of names because I wanted something cute, pretty, and like 3 letters. So it was like, let me.
Are you into
Ari.
numerology?
No.
Okay. Just curious.
But I know
Eric
like
is. Eric's here to
really,
convert you.
I know 2 isn't 2 like special,
I think 2 is special.
and 11 is lucky.
I think 11
I think
special
11
too.
is
I think
special.
every number is
Yeah.
special.
Okay, 7.
Shout out to all of our 7 fans out there.
Right.
7 Aurelius.
No, actually, 7 is
Right.
a very like divine number. That is
Oh,
that is
wow.
actually true.
That's
yeah.
right.
And I think 8
Erica
is-
Badu's son. 7.
There you go. I think
Yeah.
4 is special,
Oh,
especially in
4?
like China. I think. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're
And-
literally naming every number.
I was about to say.
Yes.
It sounds like.
8 is special. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only number that's not is probably 13, huh?
Well, 1 is the
1 is
loneliest.
the loneliest. There you
One
go.
is
Yeah.
the loneliest. Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, that's a song.
but yeah,
It's before
but-
your time. It's
but-
okay.
Wait, what song is it? I might know it.
It's
One
one
is the
the-
loneliest.
I don't know
Yeah,
it.
you knew it.
Never know.
I don't know it.
Number 2. Yeah. So,
It's badass.
but when you graduate
Abused.
high school, wait, did you have a job in high school?
I had so many jobs.
More jobs than high schools you attended?
Yeah, about the same.
All right.
I worked at Papa John's. I worked at a Pizza Hut like maybe 2 or 3 times because I would
sensing a
get
pattern here.
fired.
Yeah, you did the pizza
exactly.
circuit.
It was me.
You were the pizza.
It,
No, the pizza spots.
it wasn't. Oh yeah, the pizza. Oh yeah.
You work at Domino's?
I did not. Just only Pizza Hut and Papa John's. And I know there was. Oh, I worked at Commander Salamander, but it got closed down.
What is Commander
I was about to
Salamander?
say, I thought you knew it.
Besides the other name that you should have gone with, besides Ari Lennox.
That is exactly what you should have done. You should be
Wait.
Commander Salamander.
Is
wouldn't that be amazing though? It's just like
No.
Dreamville signs.
Commander
Salamander.
I should have.
And then you and your beautiful voice.
Maybe
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
the name of the album, Commander
Listen.
Salamander.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Commander Salamander singing Whipped Cream would
Wait.
be the best.
That'd be
There's-
fire.
There's
Yeah.
no bad ideas,
Hey,
right?
there's none at all.
This is the 3 belts and 3 sunglasses idea.
That's right. What is Commander
Right.
Salamander?
It's it was a dope clothing retail store
Oh.
in Georgetown. It was like urban wear, but like really fly urban wear.
Did you fold the clothes?
I did fold. And I did cashier. No, not from Commander Salamander.
Chill.
I did though once.
From Papa John's?
at no, not at Commander Salamander, at Old Navy.
Oh.
And I got in trouble.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is it because you just wanted those carpenter jeans so
Yeah,
badly?
yeah.
I think it was just I could have been wrong. I could be wrong. This could be bad advice, but I think it was just high school culture with like a lot of girls. I could be wrong, but like I just remember me and a crew of girls, like we just went to Old Navy, we racked up, and this lady was like, "We know what you're doing," and they brought us back there, and it
Yo,
was bad.
by the way.
and I could have ran, but I didn't want to ditch my friends, so
Wholesome.
I stayed there.
Oh, no, that's actually.
No,
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
sound
that's
more
good.
like a Gemini.
And
You're
I
like a
got-
little like bit
yeah.
of one, a little bit of the other.
It
Yeah.
gets spicy sometimes.
By the way, when I stole, I didn't have a good excuse.
really,
Yeah.
What was your excuse? Yeah, me
There
neither.
was no excuse.
It was
I,
just-
I had a job. I could have asked my parents for money. I just didn't want to bother them. Like, I think it was just the adrenaline, and it was the
Blame it on your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, he was a bad
quantity.
influence.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. The sadness.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It was just something. A lot of kids, I think.
When
Yeah.
you said you showed up with a crew of girls, I just imagine it to be like a dozen of you.
It was
like-
like
you're
six.
the bag woman.
I was
Yeah.
no. We
You're
were
the grease guy.
Yeah,
we were-
the driver and
we
the
were all had our bags.
All right,
Yeah.
So you had a million jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You graduated high school. Was college any part of the schedule?
Absolutely not, because I knew there were so many high schools. So what is it? I mean, I couldn't.
You took the SATs.
I took the ACTs.
Okay.
I don't remember my score. I don't think it was memorable.
Okay.
But
It was perfect.
No.
It was abused.
It was abused. It was abused.
You got a 3?
Right. I don't know. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to waste my parents' money in any way. And I took like a bartending class, took like a CNA class. But CNA, certified nursing assistant.
Okay.
I think that's what it stands
Sure.
for.
That
And
works.
yeah, I think so actually. NA, yeah. So
It sounds like you passed.
I did that
Your
one, but I
CNA that
never
you don't know what it
pursued it.
was.
Right, exactly. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
I never pursued it. In bartending class, I chickened out on taking the test, and it was just a waste of money.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
All right.
And
Can you make a
I
drink
paid
today?
my mom back. Yes.
Okay.
I can make a Long Island iced tea.
There you
Oh,
go.
I thought you were gonna be like, it's straight Jim Beam.
Right. No, honey.
Jack Daniels.
I can make me a drink. I can make me a Blue Hurricane. I can make me a Long Island. I can make me
A Commander
tequila
Salamander.
Sunrise.
Yes.
Sunrise, right. A command. No, I wish. I should start that.
So your
Beverage.
siblings though had gotten out of town. Your older siblings had moved upstate New York, maybe.
Yep. They moved upstate, and then my brother, before he passed away, he was a free spirit like me, and he was just everywhere in Georgia.
All right.
So I think he was in South Dakota for a bit.
That's different.
He was just all over New York, North Carolina.
So, but it sort of showed you that you didn't have to stay in Chevy Chase forever.
Oh, of course,
So
yeah.
the goal
My
is-
heart. I was on Greyhound buses to California multiple times throughout my 20s because I was scared of flying.
Yeah.
And I was so adamant on living in LA. And now I finally have the money to do it, and I kind of lost myself a bit out there.
You took a Greyhound bus across America?
Yeah, multiple times. That's why I got hip to Utah, and I found out how beautiful it was because I was in there.
How long did that cross-country drive take?
It was
Years.
hell. Right, it was years. It was about 2 years. It was like 4 days.
That's a long
on the
time.
bus. My ass was a brick. It
Well,
was
you claim your
not
seat.
a movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait. Do you get afraid that that the bus is gonna leave without you?
Oh yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Do you get afraid that you might
That's
be
why
sitting
you
next
stay
to a
close.
serial killer?
I didn't.
That would be my first fear.
Honestly, I was more afraid. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Not that specifically, no. But I was afraid of the bus drivers because they would always make threats, wild threats that like this guy, he was sagging, and the woman just kicked him off the bus because you won't pull up your pants.
What?
So right, it was some wild racist.
That is really racist.
Scary shit. Like we were in the middle of nowhere, and I, of course, I rode her up, but I was too scared to really. I was like, man, this is fucking crazy, but. Whispering it a bit because I didn't want to freaking get kicked out in the middle of nowhere too, so I feel bad. But it's just but the lady, she was like, I am the captain of this bus. Hopefully she doesn't work there anymore, but it was really
That's
the
horrible.
bus drivers that were the scariest.
By the way, she was an Aries.
She was in Aries. I pray. Or Leo.
Styles, you want to hit us off about October 3rd at Highline Ballroom?
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Styles P, a.k.a. The Ghost, a.k.a. Two Jews and the Black Dude Special Jew.
What up? It's your boy Sheedy Looch, a.k.a. Silverback Bobby Backland, nigga.
It's your boy Jada Kiss, a.k.a. Leroy.
Leroy.
Yo, what up? It's Eric, a.k.a. Petri Dish, a.k.a. For the Culture.
Yo, what up? It's Jeff, aka Shooter Boy in Blue, aka Papa Smurf.
Hurry up,
Oh,
nigga.
what's going down? October 3rd's going down. Tell them, fellas.
Yo, listen, October 3rd, we're going to be watching a movie at Highline Ballroom with you guys.
A special intimate viewing of a movie of our choice.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a Q&A and watch it with the fans. Something, you know what I mean? I know y'all listen to the audio and y'all want to be there, so here's y'all chance.
Yo, listen, seeing it in person, being in the room with us is so unbelievable. Laugh out loud funny. There were so many times during this episode where Jada and Styles couldn't even handle what Sheik was putting out there. But man, you guys got to be there live.
October 3rd, y'all.
Highline Ballroom.
Don't miss it.
ItsTheReal.com.
Getting on that Greyhound bus, you just wanted to get to sunny LA?
I did every time, and I finally got what I wished for.
Well, what happens when you get off that bus?
Man, I was just dazed.
Dreams come true immediately?
Yeah, I mean, first time, this roommate that I met off roommates.com, she came and picked me up.
You went there with a suitcase with like a one-way ticket.
Girl,
Dreams in your eyes.
Dreams in my eyes, and I got kicked out of her apartment in 4 days.
4?
And I met my homegirl Chastity and Emma, and they let me stay at their house. I had just met them on like the set of a movie. Like I was walking down the street. Somebody was like, "Oh, do you want to be an extra in this movie?" Thank God that happened because those 2 girls let me stay with them for a week.
Did you get paid to be an extra on that movie?
Yeah, it was like $50. It was called The Love Section.
The movie was called The Love Section?
Yeah, starring Devetta Sherwood and other people.
Oh, I'm glad it wasn't
and Tiana Taylor was in that too.
Really?
That's wild.
Yeah, it's called The Love Section. I don't know where the movie is now.
Yeah. What?
When you see Tiana Taylor next, you have to tell her.
I have to tell. I'm scared.
Wouldn't that
Should
be
I
wild,
Be like, hey,
right?
girl, I was
Yeah.
an extra on your movie.
That'd be
Yeah.
so dope, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then give her
Sure.
$50.
Give her $50. Thank you.
Yeah. It was an investment.
Thank you.
So did
Right.
you think that you would get into any sort of acting?
I always thought I did, but it never really happened. I think I kind of get all of that out and that creativity out through IG Live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fool. I'm like smoking my fake cigarettes. I'm just living life, like talking to my friends and
When you went out
creating
to
stories.
When you went out to Los Angeles, were you Ari Lennox? Would you introduce yourself as Ari?
Actually, the first time I went out to LA, I was Ozzy Maddox. I was Ozzy.
Wait, Ozzy Maddox?
Yeah.
That's quite the name.
That was I was trying to change my name again because I was just running. I'm always running.
Yeah.
But so Ozzy Maddox was one name, and then eventually I came back to Ari.
Los Angeles is a big town, literally and figuratively. How did you get around Los Angeles?
It's crazy. The train and the bus. And it's so funny because I was so stressed out living there this last year because I was driving everywhere and everything was like an hour. But it was like back then it seemed so easier, even though people probably wouldn't agree with me. But the train, it worked for me.
Yeah.
But I guess now maybe I was just being a little too bougie, I guess. And I should have got my ass on that train. It would have made things easier. So I tried, but my friends was like, no.
Yeah.
But I tried.
So, what city and when do you start uploading stuff to YouTube? Like now you want to be a singer, and this is like you seriously pursuing this career.
I started in Maryland and DC. So like DC, and then after high school, I moved to Bowie, Maryland. So I was just doing mad videos in my room. And Bowie, Maryland.
Did you see the movie 8th Grade?
No, I heard about it.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should see it.
That's probably my life. 8th grade was wild too.
Well, and this girl was like, as this generation is, very much on YouTube.
Yeah.
Putting
Aw.
videos, figuring themselves out, and the whole
Yeah.
thing. But,
Yeah.
and it's a phenomenal movie. Really excellent movie. So you're uploading videos onto YouTube. Did you think that there was an end goal there? Did you think that,
Oh
like...
yeah.
'Cause-
I was like, oh, I want to get famous.
Yeah.
It's somebody's gonna hear it. I remember the most recent cover I did that changed my life was "Drunken Love" in 2012, Beyonce cover. And I was like, I just know Beyonce's gonna see it. I know she's gonna sign me. Didn't happen. She signed Chloe and
This is true.
Haley.
Yeah, there was only one of you, so,
Right,
yeah.
right. and I was like, damn, because we both did covers, but I was the first one to do the cover, and I was like, I know Beyonce's gonna sign me. I know, but it just didn't happen.
Our mom, our mom and her sister and her parents did a cross country trip when she was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. And
My mom too.
but our mom, who like had dreams of being a rockette, right?
Oh my god.
would sing in the hotel room next to the wall, thinking that maybe there was like an A&R sting like right next door,
Wow.
and just hoping against hope. Yeah.
The things we hope on this journey is crazy. I used to think,
At least you had YouTube, and maybe Beyonce would be on YouTube one night. Just
Right.
like, let me see.
Right.
Let me look up my own songs and see who's covering
Right.
them.
But
you
mom
know?
was doing
Why?
guerrilla marketing. She was going door to door, being like,
I remember thinking like, all I had to do was sing live for Trey songs like one time, and like maybe that would change my life. But it's just so funny. Like that's not how it works. Like people think
He's from
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just so funny because it just doesn't work like that for anybody. Like
Right.
you can sing for anyone. It's
Well,
first of all,
I guess Big Sean it worked
Yeah, I was
for.
about to say.
oh, okay. Then maybe then never mind. Then it depends because somebody
it
might.
does,
Yeah, of
like,
course.
because that person has to be able to sign you, and that person has to be able to convince other people to give you money.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of things that have to go
Right.
into, because people will send us songs all the time, and it's like, what are we gonna do?
Right, exactly. What am I gonna do? The
Yeah.
fact that people think I can do something I can't.
Yeah,
Like,
like you need to start like a pyramid scheme.
yeah, wait, no.
Yeah,
But that would be a
definitely send it.
nice
Yeah,
side
exactly.
check.
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. You're like,
side
yeah, I have a
gig.
label.
Right? No.
Now I need you to find 2 other people.
So,
Right, 2 other.
did you get any feedback from anyone while you're putting these songs out? Did you get any like hope? Any?
Yeah, actually. I remember talking to this amazing woman named Tara Jackson. She did a lot of songwriting. She's cool, Raphael Sadiq. And I just remember her playing my music for Raphael and Andre 3000. And because he was looking for a singer at the time, but he specifically was looking for 3 singers with long weaves. And that was not me, so it didn't work.
Well, how long was your weave?
I know.
I
Yeah.
I did have a nice wig. It was right. It was I guess shoulder length, so it was curly and it wasn't long and weavy enough.
Right.
So and then also I performed in front of Eric Benet, and he was like, "Wow, it's nice," and that was it. And then like it was just that's life though. Like you think all these little things, but if it's not meant to be, it's not for you.
No, but there's
You say
clearly
that
like
now,
some
I feel
momentum
like,
that's going.
I
Like,
guess so, yeah.
Did you feel like in that moment
Yeah.
though, you're like, this is everything, and when I kill it at the end of this, long note,
Right.
they're gonna take me with them on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I did.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Yeah.
And I was wrong.
Oh.
I was wrong as hell. But like, I mean,
Does that mean that you got a job out in LA and like?
yeah. Well, in LA, like back in the day, like I would just do like a lot of extra gigs. And what else did I do out there? Did I have a real job? I don't remember.
You didn't wait any tables.
Right. No, I always wanted to be a waitress, but no
what?
one would ever hire me.
Why?
They said I always needed experience. I didn't have enough
You
because
had
all I had
retail
was
experience
cashier.
and- yeah.
Cashier experience, right? Retail. Oh, I worked at Forever 21 once.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
Nice. It
Wonderful.
was terrible.
Yeah.
We like well, it was just a lot like working, and then because once it closes, you have to clean up everybody's trifling like mess. Like everyone's messing up the clothes, and you gotta fold all them joints up, and then you clock out. So.
Having been on that side of things, by the way, don't you think about the people who just like toss their shit around a movie theater?
Yes.
It's like, why are you just leaving your shit
I worked
around?
at a movie theater too.
Did you?
Yes.
as what?
As a cashier and a usher. So
Oh.
not box. Yeah, cashier and usher.
So
So-
Usher has to be the
Yeah,
worst.
It is.
Yeah.
It
Shout out
is.
to all our ushers out there.
Yeah.
Right.
And shout out to Usher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out
Loyal
to
listener.
Usher.
Yeah.
Loyal listener, Usher Raymond.
Usher Raymond.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a loyal listener.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Hey, Usher.
Yeah,
Hey.
USHERRAYMOND. No, baby, tell me what you want. Yeah. No, but so you took the tickets and you're
Yeah.
like, Theater 3. Like,
Right. Exactly.
to your left. Yeah, down the hall.
It was cute though. It was nice.
Did you get to see movies, though?
Oh, all the time.
All right.
I don't remember what I saw though, but all the
future.
time I was seeing movies. Yeah.
Through your mid-20s, while Beyonce's not signing you,
Right.
and Eric Benet's not signing you,
Right.
and whoever else is not signing you,
Right.
is there ever a point where you're just like, maybe LA is not it? Maybe like
Oh
this,
yeah.
this
No.
dream is not it?
I didn't realize LA wasn't it until I got signed. I always wanted to live in LA. I still always loved LA. Always wanted to live there until I got signed and I realized, oh, I love my family. Like I love Dreamville. I just want to be where they are. And a lot of the time,
Well, a lot of
they're
them live in LA.
Right. Well, but that's the thing. It was a lot of them were in Raleigh too. Like,
yeah.
so the shelter was popping. So like all of us would be there just creating. So I was more than satisfied just being in Raleigh with, like, Earth Gang, Cole, Mez, Elite. Me and Elite made so many records there. Like, the Shelter is special. So, yeah, I fell out of love with wanting to live in LA. And then I had to force myself to live in LA because I wanted to try it before. Like, I felt like, this year was the time because I knew I financially was able to do it. But I hated it because I was so bored all the time. Like,
So how does your music get on the radar of someone like Omen?
His engineer, Aaron, I believe, stumbled upon my music and was like, yo, Omen, check out this girl. And then Omen reached out to me while I was living in New York years ago. And Omen was like, would you like to do this record with me? I'm signed to Dreamville. I didn't know, I'm gonna be real with you, I didn't know what Dreamville was. He was like, it's Cole's label. I was like, oh, okay, cool, what's up? Like, but by then I'd been denied so many times by celebrities. I was like, okay, yeah, so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I loved Omen, and I was so happy that he wanted to work with me, and the song was fire, so it worked out.
Wait, so you knew Omen before?
No, I met him through email.
No, I mean, like, you knew the...
Before everything, he's the reason.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever think that there was one thing that, like, there was a reason why people... Did you buy into the fact you're just like, maybe I need to switch this up, or maybe I need to...
That's
Yeah,
deep.
maybe my weave
suck.
isn't long enough.
Right. Actually, absolutely. Yeah, I think as a vocalist, I've gotten better. I think as a writer, I've gotten better. Even back then, I was writing a lot of love songs. I think when around the Dreamville era, when I met my ex, I'm gonna be real with you, I just started simplifying the music with more hip hop beats. And I think that just worked way better than anything I was doing before. But the chill soul is always gonna be like a part of me. But like, yeah, this hip hop soul thing really, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who's the one who pushed you in that direction, or was it like you, like a switch?
Grumble, DJ Grumble. Cold Outside was the first record we ever did together, and that joint was groovy, and I was like, oh, I see. This is easy. Not only is it easy, but people like it, and we just had a formula. And then I worked with Felly, and even me and Elite, we kind of do the same vibe. Me and JB, like, I'm realizing, hip hop is life. Like, I already knew that, but I didn't realize how effective it would be over like my soulfulness and my lyricism. It was a perfect match.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What happened when the Backseat beat came to you?
Oh my God, it was immediate. The words just flew fast, and it was the first time I'd ever been fucking really sorry in the backseat of a car, and it's bittersweet. It changed my life, but people be coming up to me and they be like, yo, me and my girl, this is my girl right here. We just fucked in the backseat last week. And I'll be like, damn, I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this is so intense. But like, so it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, but it's crazy. Like, I never knew Backseat would be the one that, like, that would go so big.
It's like Andre's verse on
Walk It Out?
no, Walk It Out.
so good.
No, on what is it? What a job? What a
Yeah,
what a job? Devin
by-
the Dude
yep,
and Snoop, right?
I love Devin Dude, but I don't think I've ever heard that song. I feel weird and disgusting.
You really don't know that song? We're
Maybe-
gonna play it for you after.
Thank you. Okay.
Maybe we'll drop it in right here.
Yeah, we
I
absolutely
for
love
will.
everybody.
Devin the Dude.
Oh my God, it's an amazing song, and his verse is just so obviously descriptive, and everybody feels like it's like about them. But it's certainly something where he acknowledges when people come up and say, "Hey, this meant something to me, and you've told my story," and that sounds like
Wow.
what Backseat was for
A lot of people.
Yeah.
You took him to the Grammys to
make some hot shit.
When you are putting out music that you're really feeling and you feel like it's got legs to it, does your family dig that music? Do they listen to the music?
Oh, man.
Do they know that you're making music?
Do they know that you're Ari Lennox?
Yo, they be low-key heartbroken a bit because it's like, damn, it's just so hard to see little Courtney like singing. That's my real name, by the way.
Yeah. Little Courtney.
Little
Yeah.
Courtney singing about Backseat.
Wouldn't it be amazing
like,
if people like didn't put that together?
Right. Wait, what
They
you
just feel
mean?
bad for some like
little
girl
Courtney.
somewhere.
Like,
I feel bad for little Courtney. And
right,
just like move on.
Right. No, that's me. And like, but yeah, my family, they'd be like, damn, like, you know, it hurts. It's hard to hear about my little niece or whatever singing about the backseat. And I'm like, I'll just lie and be like, it's not real. I promise. Like, it's just writing. Like it's you know, we artists lie.
I'm an extra in a movie.
I'm an extra. I'm acting. I promise.
Yeah.
I be lying to my family. Like it's just hard for them.
Do they listen to the podcast?
Right?
Yeah.
I pray not. I'm sorry. But I pray.
Those are listens that we need.
Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
So you get into this groove, and you're finally making music that, you know, you can stand by, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's real, like Ari Lennox music. Mm-hmm. How do you get introduced to Jermaine?
Wow. So I was working
J.
at
Cole.
Public Store. Right, J.Cole.
Yeah.
I was
No Courtney.
working.
Yeah, no Courtney.
I was working at public storage and
The storage
units in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was working, and then I got this call from Ib. He was like, "Yeah, we want to fly you out to LA because Cole wants to work with you. He's in this. He's writing some stuff for Rihanna. He's about to go on tour."
You're like, he can't just be down the road in Raleigh.
Exactly. He's in LA. He happened to be in LA because he's about to start his tour for Forest Hills Drive.
So you're gonna get on a Greyhound.
I'm gonna get right. That's what I was thinking. He was like, "You have to be there tomorrow." I said, "I'm not gonna have enough time. I need 4 days."
Yeah.
I need 4 days. He said, "No, we need to get you on this flight." I said, "But I just got this job." I was just making all these excuses because I was not getting on that damn plane.
Your handprints in.
I
Like
wasn't getting on the plane.
Yeah.
But a few friends was like, "This is what will determine whether you make it or not. Like, you either gonna get on this plane or you gonna work at Public Storage." And I guess I quit my job that day and I got drunk and I got on that flight. And so that was the beginning of the drunken flights.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so at this point.
At that moment, you had like 1,000 followers on SoundCloud.
Oh my God. Did I?
I think so. I mean, I read that somewhere. It might not be true.
No, I don't remember. I might have.
I feel like you had like a somewhat of a
maybe 3,000.
Yeah, like something like, you know, not
Something decent.
yeah.
A little bit more decent.
Yeah.
A little bit
Didn't realize
more.
there was a huge difference
Right,
between
sorry.
3,000 and 1,000
It was.
Grand Canyon and
It
sidewalks,
is.
you know,
That's
whatever.
right,
It
yeah.
is to be.
So,
Be nice in case your family's listening.
In case.
but there was still part of you that was like, you want to know what? Like, I don't want to take that trip out because I've got too much going on over here.
Yeah, like I convinced myself this is a good job. It's $10 an hour. I really I need to commit to something that's for sure. At this point in my life, I was good with the idea of just being a girlfriend. It was my first relationship. I was cool. Maybe that's why God won't bring a man into my life, because he knows deep down inside, I'd probably put too much energy into that.
That is not true.
I think so. It's not true.
You're not
Not
Mary J.
true.
Blige.
I'm not married. Why? What you mean?
Mary's gone
What's
through so
that
much
mean?
heartache.
Yeah.
Oh, shouts to Mary.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you mean though?
No, I'm saying there are good men out there for you. You
that
will be
will
okay.
support.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
That will support the grind and won't let me just give all my love to them and nothing else. I feel
Look
Yeah.
at Jeff playing God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Such a Leo.
Thank you. I feel you. I guess it's just learning the balance of it, but yeah.
And so you got on that plane. Mm-hmm. What happens when you get off that plane? Did you go straight to the studio?
I think I was late. Somehow I missed the flight. something happened. All I know is that there was a driver that picked me up. He was worried or something. I think I missed my connecting flight or something. He was like, I've been waiting here. I was worried. And that I think also probably set off like my more fears of flying. I was like, but anyway, he was like, I was worried. But the driver takes me to this nice hotel, the Love Meridian, and there was all these snacks, and I just went to town on them snacks and the alcohol.
Yeah, because this was your last chance.
Yeah, this was my last chance of going in on their dime.
Yeah.
So I just had them snacks, and then the next day I went to the studio, Westlake. And I remember Ib saying, do you want to get some food? And I was like, hell yeah. He was like, where you want to go? I was like, Taco Bell. And he was like, damn, I haven't had Taco Bell in I don't know how long. And I was like, and it's so funny now because it's like, that really does happen. It's been so long since I've had Taco Bell.
Yeah,
so.
You go to Guisados.
No, I don't do. I mean, I had Chipotle.
Yeah,
I like Chipotle. So like, it's funny.
When you get to the studio, was there? Listen, J. Cole, when he went to that Blueprint 3 session, knew that he had to write his heart out in front of Jay and Beyonce and deliver.
Yeah.
Did you think that this was as life and death as maybe he thought that was?
I had a couple shots in me. I was like, I don't know. It was similar fire. Like there was one song, like my friend said, he started playing this amazing beat, had some lyrics from another song, and I just went to town on it. Then Cole had this beautiful freaking beat, and I was just like, oh my God. Like I just started thinking about like my boo at the time, and I just went in, and it's called FaceTime. And yeah, I think that joint's gonna be on the album. Like it's special. Like, well, I think it's like girly hip hop, like special.
Wait, on your album. Yeah.
Yeah, my album. Yeah, it would be weird if it was on Cole's album. It'd be so weird. But it's just so girly. But anyway, like, yeah, that was everything. And it was supposed to be for Rihanna, but I suck at writing for other people. It just clearly was supposed to be like for me. Like
Yeah.
You do write for Ari Lennox, though.
right. I can write for only one
Lil Courtney
singer.
can write for,
Right.
Yeah.
Lil Courtney be writing for Ari and Ari only. Yes.
So, did you find any magic in that studio?
I think so. I think there was. I know Michael Jackson is recorded there and Rihanna's recorded there. So I definitely think that magic was like a part of the energy too.
Yeah.
And so, like, after that, it still takes a little while for you guys to finish the deal.
Oh, yeah. First of all, I didn't think I was doing anything special because, I didn't think Cole even cared, honestly. Because the whole time he was like, yeah, Earth Gang. I can't wait to sign these people like Earth Gang. Every time he would say Earth Gang, my heart would just break even more. Not because Earth Gang was lit. I was hearing their stuff. I was like, yes, like fire hip hop duo.
But your name is not Earth Gang.
Right, my name isn't Earth Gang. And it's clear that he brought me here as like a potential songwriter for Riri. Not for his
Mimi.
label,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. Not for his label, not for Cole.
Right.
So that was heartbreaking. So I left with nothing. And I took the Greyhound back home. I sure did.
Did you really?
Because I had time. Wasn't nothing waiting for me back home. So
Wait, they didn't pay your way back?
Oh, they did. I just wasn't getting on that flight. It was no rush.
Okay.
I was like, it's no rush.
What'd you think about on that 4-day trip back?
Like, damn. I'm not signed, and he doesn't want me to be on his label.
But did it cross your mind that maybe you were good enough to play with the big boys?
No, I don't know. Like, no, I honestly was just like, well, I guess I'm not. I didn't think I was that good enough to impress somebody like them. But then, like, I don't know, Ib just kept in touch with me, and he was like, he would just always keep in touch, and then casually he was like, yeah, because we're thinking about signing you. It was just so, like, casual, and I was like, what? But at the same time, I was like, where is this paperwork? Because I don't believe it until I see it,
Yeah.
And then it happened, and, like, now they're, like, my big brothers, and they're sweet.
Well, yeah, so what's the conversation like when they ask you? Is it like asking you to prom that you didn't go to?
It wasn't really an ask. It was like, yeah, we're thinking about signing it. Like, it wasn't like a, do you want to? It was just like a, yeah. It was,
they were like, this is happening, and you better look it over.
You should, this is what you want. But I don't think I still, now I know, but I don't think in that moment I realized how huge this all
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
How many Dreamville sweatshirts do you own?
Oh my God. Oh, okay, I'm trifling. I had 2, but then I had a bed bug issue in Los Angeles. I don't know how it happened.
No, I wouldn't want to live there either. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, not because of LA. It was some hotel I was in. One of these hotels I brought them back, I guess. Should I have admitted that on? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, so I brought them back from this hotel.
We'll cut that part out.
Right. Well, no. You could say it because here's the thing. The apartment complex isn't supposed to know that I potentially.
Oh.
But it's okay.
Okay.
It's over now.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
They let me go. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I kind of just gave away all my stuff out of paranoia of like bringing
maybe
them
there's
one
one left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you
and
gave them
so-
to other people to deal
Okay,
with?
this is bad. Okay, it's not quite like that. This is what happened. I put them on high heat, I promise you,
In the dryer.
in the dryer, but then I also put them in bags and I gave them away to the
All right.
Well, if anybody got bed bugs from Ari
I don't
Lennox, no,
think-
it's okay.
I don't think.
Just leave a comment.
Oh, this is bad. This is shady. I promise you, people in the shelters do not have them because of me. I promise.
But by the way, wouldn't that be an amazing
Damn.
story to have?
If
I got
there
bed
was
bugs
an
from Ari.
outbreak
Ari Lennox, yeah.
from Ari. No.
Can you talk about the feeling of your music going out as a Dreamville artist as opposed to like just Ari Lennox, Lil Courtney?
Lil Courtney.
Yeah, SoundCloud,
Yeah.
you know.
It was a blessing. Like, I'm a part of something big, something real, something genuine, like real hip hop. So
And
it
those,
felt like it
those
was
fans,
respect.
yeah.
Yeah, like, yo, his fans are diehard. They're real and they're cool and they're not weird. They're like they're sweet. They're different. They're just real people with real souls. Like, I just wouldn't want to be a part of any other type of bands.
Now that's God.
Yeah, I think so too. Even my craziness, it's like we're all really crazy. Like everyone in Dreamville, we all crazy and strange. So it's like my craziness fit, and it's like they're just so nice to me.
That's awesome.
And it's perfect because I always felt like maybe I'm too much as an artist, but they always made me feel like no, like I'm chill to some extent. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm crazy,
Well,
but like,
But I do want to talk about that because,
Yeah.
it did come out that you said that you wanted to give this whole thing up because you were going through some things.
yeah, I was going through some things.
So like I've been going through some anxiety issues like all year. I
Really?
recently I've been my therapist was like, yeah, no, like you're fine, like you're good. And so like,
Wow.
but I do want to know like what was it that made it so bad for you?
Oh man, it was so many things in my personal life. Just partying too much, drinking too much, and making dumb decisions. And a family member of mine that I love so much killed herself. Like I think the week after Whipped Cream dropped, and then the weekend before Whipped Cream dropped, this beautiful guy from my high school, he had gotten a car accident right like maybe a couple hours after I saw him, and he passed away. And he was adamant on introducing his girlfriend to me because she was like a big supporter, and he was saying like he's so proud of like all the things that I've done because we weren't really cool like in high school, like we were just two different departments or whatever. And so it was just so sweet. And then I just felt like there was just so much eerie, depressing shit that was
Right.
happening, and it just made me feel like, yo, this industry stuff, it's really not that bad in comparison to real life. Like real life it can get so intense, and I just didn't want to do music anymore. I didn't know how I was gonna get up there and sing my songs the same way. I don't know. It was just mad shit that was going on. But every day I'm just taking it day by day, and honestly, like a lot of sad things that have been happening recently have made me feel like, yo, it just made me more grateful. Just made me way more grateful and made me realize, no, I can't take this shit for granted. Like, and I don't want to work at Pizza Hut. This is not.
Well, what about Papa
John's?
John's?
I don't want to work at Papa John's. So, like, I gotta get through this shit. Wow.
Well, did you talk to anybody like industry wide, or even like outside the industry, like who helps get you through?
Oh yeah, definitely. I talked to Cole, and he's so kind. Like, but he was just basically like, because as I was talking, I realized, oh shit, like, well, he made me realize I feel like you've been running from a lot of your problems versus like facing it, and he's always kind of making me realize that without being condescending or an asshole. Like, it's like so cool. And yeah, like, I don't know, he was just really encouraging on just like making sure like I'm facing these problems instead of running from them. Otherwise it's gonna kind of blurt out and it's gonna just, I'm gonna explode like what I did, really.
Like a teapot.
Yes, like
Not like teapot, but like a teapot. Yeah.
Teapot. But yeah.
What song are you most proud of out of the batch that you've given to the public so far?
Man.
And it doesn't even have to be like something that's like the number one
Promoted,
Spotify.
right.
Yeah, like what's something
No,
that,
but please promote.
no, what's something that like means something to you that maybe like no one else will recognize?
Random Heartbreaks is one of the first songs I ever wrote that people touched. It was just about my anxiety, my panic attacks. And it was like the first time where I was able to make a song about my mental health, because it was real. Like, it was debilitating. I couldn't do anything, like, because I was just always having panic attacks. The worst thing, it was actually another reason why I stopped going to school. Like, senior year, I had to leave because it was just too much. I wound up at the hospital. They had to give me a Xanax, which is wild. This culture of like people popping Xannies, it's like, I can't imagine, because it's like I really had to take one,
Right.
like,
And people
because
are doing it freely,
right? But it's just like, I guess everyone has their thing or
coping
whatever.
mechanisms. Yeah.
But it's like it was interesting to me. But yeah, I had to take a Xanax to at the hospital for them to calm me down. That was the only thing that calmed down my panic attacks. But then I think pouring all of this into my music, it just helped me get better. And that song, Random Heartbreaks, it combines, I guess, sweet melodies and like just real mental health issues into one song. And I don't really have to write anything else that incredible again, because I know that joint is from my soul, and it's helped people like with their anxiety, help me. Every time I sing it, like, I feel better.
Yeah.
So.
Do people come up to you and say like, "Oh my God, you got me through this"? Yeah.
And that's how I know, like, I don't ever need to quit. Like, this is how I'm able to help someone. That's all I want to do while I'm here on this earth, is help. Is to make someone else feel better. And that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's beautiful.
I mean, also you went through literally every job, so this has to
Yeah,
be the one.
right. This is, at the end of the day, it is not that complicated. I just need to get on stage and sing my ass off. Like, try.
Have you figured out what your fans are called collectively?
Oh,
Because like
shit.
Rihanna has the Navy, and yours could be the old Navy.
Oh, Navy, no. Wait, hell no. We can't do that. We can't do the old Navy. That is so shady. No. We're gonna, I mean, I don't freaking know. Maybe the ants, because I used to eat ants when I was in preschool.
Oh, we didn't talk about that at the beginning.
Yeah, wait,
Oh, my
hold up.
ants.
You used
What?
to eat ants?
But I want to eat my fans,
Actually,
so maybe
well,
not.
Ants are like in vogue actually right now. You know.
In vogue?
Yeah. No. Yeah. in
Wait,
vogue.
what?
No, people are like
Eating them
eating
casually?
insects. Yeah, it's a.
Oh, man.
It's a delicacy
yes.
now.
Naked and afraid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But like fancy and like overvalued now. It's just like, you know how like shrimp are like not really fancy, but they're fancy.
I was ahead of the curve.
You were
in
real
preschool,
ahead of the
I was just
Look at you, yeah. Wearing three,
Yes.
belts and three pairs of
Wait.
sunglasses and eating
Eating
ants.
ants.
Yeah.
so
Of course, your
maybe-
family was just like, what?
What's going on? They probably were worried. But yeah, so maybe I'll call them the
They're worried about
ants.
little Courtney eating ants.
Yeah.
Somebody said the Arianators. I don't know.
No, but that's
Arianators.
Ariana Grande's fans.
Oh shoot! Maybe
Yeah.
I've made that up.
Maybe you are trying to go to war with
I
people
am trying
because
to.
of
No,
you're an
no.
Aries.
Okay, wait.
Hell yeah.
Wait, that's Ariana Grande.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
You're
so
playing
maybe
God again.
right.
He just
Okay.
like put you in a jar and just like battle.
I'm wilding right now. I could have sworn somebody said that.
Damn.
Maybe the Ariographers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Listen, you made it a long way
Thank you.
across this country and back and down south and back and
This made me realize that this conversation.
and maybe here soon to New York.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on
Thank
everything.
you.
Everything.
It's
Thanks.
really spectacular, and most of all, congratulations on feeling all right
Thank
and being
you.
able to pinpoint something and moving through. You know, and sometimes you move fast, and sometimes you move like a Commander Salamander.
Yes.
You know?
yes.
But either way, it's spectacular, and congratulations.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
Shouts to the Old Navy.
Yeah. Wait. Fuck them. Put me in jail. I'm sorry. Maybe not.
Thanks everyone for listening to this new episode of A Waste of Time with It's The Real. Jeff, if you want to find out more about us, we have A Waste of Time with It's The Real. We have Rhyme Book. We have Teddy Bear Fresh. We have our upcoming show at Highline Ballroom on October 3rd called Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review the Movies. It's going to be us and the Locks and special guests. If people want to find out more about anything and everything that's going on with us, where can they go?
You can always go to ItsTheReal.com, ItsTheReal.com, no apostrophes, no spaces. You can also go to ItsTheReal.com for our merch, for our tickets, for our music, anything you want to find for ItsTheReal.com, it's on there.
Yeah, for It's The Real.
Anything you want to find on It's The Real, it's on there.
There you go. ItsTheReal.com. Go get your tickets. Highline Ballroom right now.
If you want to find our podcast, old episodes, new episodes, episodes we haven't even thought of yet, go to iTunes, search for A Waste of Time with It's The Real. Again, It's The Real is all one word.
Yeah.
Don't throw any apostrophes or spaces in there.
Don't you dare.
We are also on SoundCloud.com/awasteoftime. We are also on SoundCloud.com/ItsTheReal. We are also on SoundCloud.com/Two Jews, Two Black Dudes.
That's where you find all of the Two Jews and Two Black Dudes reviewing movies.
Yeah, Twitter at It's The Real, Facebook at It's The Real, Instagram at It's The Real. We are also on, well, I haven't played Fortnite in a little bit, but it's The Real on Fortnite. It's The Real on Reddit. We're going to do an AMA at some point soon.
I'm looking forward to that.
Where else can you find us? I don't know. Usually at Westside Market.
There you go.
Shouts to
A
everybody
lot of
over
West Side
there.
Markets opening up in New York City. Jeff, we love to shout out all the great listeners out there who do something special, whether they put on for us, whether they shout us out to their friends, whether they manually go over and subscribe us on their mother's phones. We appreciate you guys, and we'd like to tell you that at the end of every episode. So, Jeff, who do you want to shout out today?
I want to shout out some Dreamville adjacent people.
All right.
I want to shout out Big Waz.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Boss Nod.
Yeah.
I want to shout out their podcast, Everything is Trash.
Yeah.
I
Go
also
sign up for that.
I also want to shout out Scotty Beam, who was just hanging out with Ari Lennox.
Absolutely.
And
Shout out to Felton Brown, who made this happen in the first place.
Yes,
He's
absolutely.
actually Dreamville.
yeah, well
Yeah.
So
shout out to Felton.
so let's shout him out at a different time.
All right.
Okay.
Jeff, I want to shout out our friend Abigail Weintraub, who we saw just the other day. She's been in New York under unfortunate circumstances, but we did want to say that we love Abigail, and we appreciate the fact that even through those unfortunate circumstances, she still plugs our podcast, which is wild. So shout out to Abigail for, just being a great person and hanging in there and being a great Upper West Sider. Once again, tickets for Two Jews and Two Black Dudes Review the Movies happening October 3rd. That's a Wednesday night at Highline Ballroom, are on sale right now at ItsTheReal.com. As always, guys, not for real, for real.
Sure.
See you guys next week. Brrrah!